Hello, everyone. It's that time again. Time for another. This is Commentary with Ozzy Rose. Hello, everyone. I'm Mr. Ozzy Rose. I hope everyone is having a great day on this nice, sunshiny Thursday today. As for me, no complaints. As usual. Got to go straight. But anyways, the topic for this commentary segment is loner. That's right, loner. My late wife had a saying, like a lot of good wives did. She would tell her girlfriends, he loves me and the kids, but he's a damn loner. And she meant that in a good way. And I always was a loner. I still am. Don't get me wrong, I love people, and people love me back here in Jonesboro. But what I mean by that, was I a born loner? No, I wasn't a born loner. Don't get me wrong. Just from the age of 5 up, I tried to fit in with kids in school, and they just didn't really want that. They didn't, what it was is, I just think they didn't understand me. I understood them, and I didn't hold it against them either. Now, when I got a little bit older and I got on the basketball team there at Truman, now the guys in the basketball team, they accepted me in there, because was I a great basketball player? No, I was a good, decent. I guess you could say decent basketball player. So they accepted me in. But like I said, I didn't hold it against the kids, So I didn't get to really hang much with friends I had in school. So when I got to about 12, I started hanging with adults. They accepted me in. Even though I kind of felt as a loner then, still even with them. But into my grown life, I can say that I tried to fit in other things, and they just wouldn't have it either. So I've never held it against people, and I don't, because there's a lot of us loners out there. I'm not the only one. There's millions and millions of loners in the United States, and they're like me. They don't mean no harm or anything like that. They're good people. They're nice generally to everybody, until maybe someone gives them a reason not to or something like that. But they're generally good people. They do what they got to do, work their job, stick to themselves, and don't put their nose in no one else's business, and mind their own, and that's the way I am. So like I said, there's thousands of loners here in Jonesboro, and I totally respect loners, male and female alike. I truly do, because any of them that I ever met and got to know, they're like I am. They don't have nothing against people. They love people, but they just do what they got to do, stick to themselves, keep their nose clean, and mind their own business. And there's totally nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But like I said, I don't feel like I was a born loner or anything like that. Us, like I said, us loners, even as grown people, other grown people really don't know how to take us, I think, sometimes. When I look back on when I went into a treatment center down at Searcy, and then after that went to a Chem-free sober living house here in Jonesboro, I really don't think I should have went, to be honest with you, to the treatment center. I was doing the strutting thing in Paragould at the time. I was still drinking and using though, and I only done that on the advice of my doctor, a primary care physician, and I knew he meant well. But what I should have did was say, hey, can you just send me to a drug and alcohol abuse counselor? I would have still done the strutting thing. I was living in a tent at night on the 8 Mile ditch there, and I think I would have been better off that way. Because what works for me today as a loner is staying busy. Now, sure, when I was doing the strutting thing, did I have a live show, doing a commentary segment, doing 2 written posts a day, confessions video? No, I wasn't on social media doing social media stuff at all. I think if I would have got into that then and just went to a drug and alcohol abuse counselor, I would have been fine. But when I look back, I don't think I should have went to a treatment center. When I was there, they overdosed me for 3 or 4 days, and finally a weekend nurse caught it on meds. No wonder I was wanting to go to sleep all the time. It was an accident, don't get me wrong, and I didn't blame nobody then for that. But when I look back, I don't think I should have went to a treatment center. I think I should have just got into the social media thing like I am now, because I was doing the strutting thing. I should have went to a drug and alcohol abuse counselor, and I think I would have been all right, because I was at the Chem-free sober living house, I think 14 months. When I look back, I didn't fit in there. no matter what I did, I don't think I fit in there. And it was a requirement that you had to go to 5 either AA or NA meetings. Them places didn't accept me in here in Jonesboro either. The AA halls and the NA halls, you know. Because of one, I didn't get a sponsor. My sponsor was Jesus Christ. So I wasn't accepted in the halls there. Now, don't get me wrong. I made a lot of good friends in there, and I did, and I'm proud of that at the AA and NA halls here, and I am proud of that. But when I look back now, it was a mistake going to a treatment center as far as I went, and it was a mistake to go to the Chem-Free Sober Living houses here in Jonesboro, and it was, you know, and that's on me. I'm not blaming the treatment center. I'm not blaming the Chem-Free houses. I am a loner, which means I do things a certain way, and I do. I have been set in my ways since I was 5 years old, and I don't make no excuses or apologies for that. So you can't say, well, he's just set in his ways. You can, but I had all these ways when I was 5. So, you know, that's just me. You know, and in these commentary segments, you know, I just give you really examples of me. Now, I'm not knocking the AA halls here, and I'm not knocking the NA halls here. Like I said, I made a lot of great friends. There's a lot of great people that do truly depend on them places to keep them clean and sober. I maintain when I went there that they don't keep me clean and sober. I said what keeps me clean and sober is doing what I'm doing now, staying busy in my Lord and Savior. But I didn't knock anybody that claimed that, you know, if it wasn't for them meetings, you know, they would be using. Because that I would tell anybody, what keeps you clean and sober, that's what you do, you know, no matter what that is. And I mean, I learned a lot when I went to the treatment center, don't get me wrong, I did. But I shouldn't have went. So that's on me. I shouldn't have went to the Chem-Free houses like I said here. That's on me too. I should have simply just went to a drug and alcohol abuse counselor, got into social media like I am now. You know, I think I would have been all right, because staying busy is what works for this loner, and it truly does. You know, so, but like I said, I made a lot of great friends in the AA halls, the NA halls. It's just I wasn't accepted in them, you know. So it is what it is. To this day, no matter how hard I try in anything, I don't get accepted in. You know, so do I blame society? No. But I would say this to anybody. Before you make a judgment call on me, get to know me. Then once you fully get to know me, then make a judgment call whether you like me or not, you know. And that's what I would say. And you're not going to know everything about me in a couple of weeks. You know, I would say give it 6 months. Then if you want to judge, then make your judgment call, whether you like me or you don't. I hope you like me, but if you don't, that's on you, you know. But that's what happens to us loners. No matter what, even in our grown-up lives, we can't get accepted in, no matter how hard we try. Don't get me wrong, I tried to get accepted in the AA halls, and I tried to get accepted in the NA halls here. And even though that's not what kept me clean and sober, but I couldn't get accepted in. So it is what it is. So if there was an AA hall right next to me here at Mike C's Pharmacy, I wouldn't go to it because I wasn't accepted. You know, when you're not accepted, you're not accepted, you know. But I don't hold it against nobody, and I don't hold it against nobody over the Chem-Free houses here either, you know, or against the treatment center in Searcy. That's all on me. I'm a loner. I do things a certain way, and I shouldn't have not went, you know. So, but I don't knock them places. I don't knock the treatment center. I don't knock any of that. If that's what you need to do in order to get clean and sober, that's what you do, you know. But there's a lot of loners out there that never had a drug and alcohol problem too, you know. I just did late in life. That's all, you know. So, but I'm a happy loner. Doing these commentary segments, doing everything that I do, keeps this loner on the straight and narrow, and clean and sober, and very happy and very humbled, you know. And so, but I don't try anymore, and I'm not going to try to be accepted in anything anymore. I'm too old for that shit, and either you accept me or you don't, you know. So I've learned some lessons in life, you know. That's what life's about, is learning. And this loner will always be learning until the day that I die. That's going to be about a wrap for this commentary segment. And of course, the topic is loner. And to all you loners out there, God bless you all. So long, everybody.